Hi guys, it's Chris and welcome back to Something Else Amiga. On the show today we have another Rev4 Amiga 2000 and you're seeing what I'm seeing.
Hell no!
I know. She's still got a Varga in her after 30 something years. So we're going to have to remove that and the CPU socket because it's gone. Fix some busted lines, replace an Agnes and a Gary. They have X's on them. Revision 4.1. It is 1 meg. Let's check, and this is not the helmet of Goober. It's 1 megabyte Agnes, but doesn't mean, well, it's jumpered for 1 meg, so that means that J500 is sliced. J500 is sliced. JP2 is set to NTSC. Yes. 286366 clock. You know how I love the Rev4s. They're just the best machines in the whole flippin' unit. What was that? The Drobo's done copying files. Ah, God.
Hey, Jelly of the Month Club.
This ain't gonna work. You know it ain't gonna work. And energize. We have fan spin. We don't have video. Go figure. Here you go, all done.
That'll be $8.
It is 7:47 on the Omnibot clock. Oh my God, why are you so tired, Chris? So I work 12-hour days, then I have 2 other side jobs, plus YouTube. I am about wore out as an old boot. Today's Saturday, so today's my day to rush and get as many boards as I can done. Well, this isn't working, so you know, we knew it wasn't going to work. So I'm going to start by doing what I always do, and that is removing the back dudes and the front dudes. The nut drivers, I think you guys call it. Nut driver is this, or these are the nuts? Whatever these things are called. What are these things called? That's a nut, and this is the driver, and I thought that was Mona. So this has been apart before. Yes, we got a Varga in there we're going to take out, but it ain't hurting nothing for a couple more minutes. Look. Minus the little plastic dude right here. I mean, look at that. Not bad. Shoot. Some fingerprints. Nothing in there. A little bit of smudge in the back here, but let's put that aside. Alright, underneath. Looks good. The normal battery of death. I'm not going to snip it. I'm going to heat it up and pull it out. Put a bigger tip in. Removed. Start saving these things. Let's put them up here. This is a perfectly good one. This one didn't even leak. This one's perfect. Look at this one. Look at that. It's a brand new one. Varga, brand new. Made in Germany. Brand new 2010. From the bottom, it looks alright. Right here. Crusty, but it looks okay. We're going to use Hooper's Hooch here. That's 99.99% horsepower. Kindly donated to me by Mr. Chris Hooper himself. If you don't know who he is, go to scsi.me and you'll be like, holy crap. How's the front look? Oh no, we got stalactites. Look at that. Oh, that's like crystal meth.
This is glass grade. You're the goddamn Iron Chef.
I'm going to have to use a bronze toothbrush on this and just knock that off. The reason I'm using a bronze toothbrush is it's kind of like a fiberglass pen on crack. Since this is crystal meth, crack, they cancel each other out. And I can get that VCC rail, or exposed, or the negative ground, I'm sorry, and the VCC right on top of it, exposed, and look for any blowouts. So without cleaning anything up, you just saw me brush your hair. Look at this. Now this is a heavy pizza, so there you go. Yep, it's got some underneath the underwear there, got a little poop stain. But not worried about that. CPU, look at that. You can see the crust. Yep, she's got some crusty teeth. Oh yeah, look at that. Like eating Oreos and going to the dentist. Alright. What would we do next? Pop CPU out? You should use a proper puller. I use the screwdriver and twist. Don't go in there like this. Twist. And we're going to take a peek. And, yep. I don't know if you can see on my crusty hand, but right here in the palm of this area, pins 1 through 6 are not too bad. Again, bronze brush. Normally I put the oxide on it, but I just don't feel like it. Just gotta knock off the crumbs, so to say. Emery board, fiberglass pen does wonders, but fiberglass pens are self-destructive. Therefore, they leave little cocaine dust.
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
This just makes my hands black and scuffs my fingers up. So when I do close-ups of my fingers or fingernails, it looks like I dig ditches with my fingers. So, there you go. A lot better. Cut her back. Cut the ribs. I cut the ribs because it helps me look for gouges. I do this on the ROM socket also. When you're cutting the ribs, you don't go all the way down to the motherboard. You just go right underneath of it and snip, and it'll plow itself out. I am going to add solder to these posts. I'm going to be using the Solder Sucker 6000, and I will need to have some girth for her to get her lips around this fat pole. The mixing of this new solder with this old lead stuff not only gives you something to bite on, but it chemically changes this ancient solder into something that can be removed better. And now we're going to remove it. It is hotter than Hades down here. Alright, that's one half. I gotta reload the gun every single time because it's, even though this chamber is large, it's for air, not tons of solder. Run my fingers left and right. There it is. Wow, it's blue. Look at that. The top pins are actually blue. Interesting. I'm going to look at this real quick. Oh, Christ. I'm going to have to pull the resistor pack out, too. Might as well do that while I'm here. Damn it.
Feel your anger.
Oh. Wiggle your fingers. And then the toys can come right out. Ta-da. I am sweating. It is so hot down here. You hear that, or I got the meat sweats. Today for dinner, I made 2 racks of ribs. It started out as a dry rub. They're in my oven, low heat. It's a potato salad, macaroni salad. Then there was a few left over. So that is barbecue ribs. Well, I didn't eat all of them, I ate 3. Not racks, 3 ribs. I wasn't super hungry after cooking. Holy crap, that just finished. Just copied 334 gigs in 25 minutes to the Drobo. Let's get this other socket removed. Rub, rub, rub your fingers. What does that do? That jiggles those pins loose. Do, 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 on those vias. Just so they have a little bit of stuck solder. You're just knocking it free. So when you pull this out, you're not ripping a trace in the via. You're just doing like this. It's like a, you know. Let's take a look at our damage before cleaning. So I took the resistor pack out also, because you know how it works. So this side looks fine. That side looks ugh. See under the resistor pack, the battery, where the word 68,000 actually is. Well, there's a trace that runs right above that last 0. Goes over there to that resistor pack, and then it hits these dots, and these are all Agnes and ROM lines. So if you're having problems after replacing your CPU socket, check these. Evacuate these holes and make sure they are not ate up. That's why I pull the resistor pack out, so I can do some beep beeps. It's easier to test the hole when there's nothing in it. When there's something in that hole like a socket, and you can test it with a socket in there, it's just harder to get a probe in. It's easier to put a probe into a hole than it is a filled it's easy. Trust me. All right, so we're gonna hit her with some Hooper's Hooch. Let it sit for a second. Give her a scrub. I gotta debraid those holes, even though they're fine. I'm a fiberglass pen the area. Hadn't had a bath in 30 years. Fiberglass pen is self-destructive, so you will see. I'm going to try this right-handed because I am not. So I'm just going to go like this and rub over the socket. Rub over the holes of the... I'm not pressing very hard, okay? I'm just kind of letting the tool do the work. Rub over the resistor pack. I'm even going to give it a tickle here on these things that you might be able to see, because I'm not looking at the view screen and I'm trying to do this right-handed. So you can see we're cleaning all these up. They're starting to shine, except this guy right here is being a little butthole. And there you can see it looks a lot nicer. So, one more time. A little spritz. That was way too much, but you know, it's good. I gotta scratch this a little more. You can see how the copper's starting to show on the negative line up here. Well, there's a 5-volt rail right above it. You don't want to cross the streams.
Okay. All right. Important safety tip. Thanks, Eve.
That would be very bad. It looks a lot better though, doesn't it? So, new CPU socket. Gotta order more of these again, man. Shit. Alright, we're looking good. So underneath it looks just like it did before anybody touched it. Whoop. We got a new socket in. We cleaned up the area. We neutralized and deboogered the whole thing. Fiberglass pen, I cleaned it up. Is it going to work the first time without me doing a damn thing and having to rewire Agnes, and the Agnes is broken, the Gary doesn't work, and just, I don't know, okay? I don't know. Try it. Oh my goodness, I just noticed those floppy pins are green as the bottom of the swamp. We're stuck in Lowe, so something still broke. Guarantee it's one of these stupid lines over here. Let's pull that ROM out and give it a tickle. Might need a ROM socket. It's got blue crap in it. It's freaking great. It's great. It's great. It's good. Agnes good? I don't know. If I touch it, Agnes is going to disintegrate. Somebody's been in there with a screwdriver and removed it. A test I also like to do is put the CPU on a card. Like this one. This is an A2000 CPU slut adapter from Amiga kit. Dual CPU. I'm going to pop the internal one out. Alright, internal CPU's out. No, it's still stuck in Lowe. So, those ROM lines are borked, or these holes are blown. It's always something.
You stewed, buttwad.
But we got a busted Gary. Let's just throw those parts at it. I have only had one Gary die in my life.
Who is this Gary character?
And it was my fault because I broke a pin, and this one's been sanded on? What in the Sam word? Okay, Gary's replaced, CPU's on a card. Still stuck in Lowe. It says it has a bad Agnes. How do they know it's got a bad Agnes? Pin-wise, it looks fine. It's got an X on it. Alright. Got 512K Agneses and out of 1 megas. So 512 it is. Alright, we replaced the Gary, we replaced the Agnes, we replaced the CPU. I don't know if they're bad. It could have been board lines or ROM lines or whomever. You know, we don't know. No. Alright. So I replaced the Agnes, I replaced the Gary. Now if you're saying, oh my god, you got a bridge J500. Well, okay. There you go, it's bridged. Get a video signal. I don't get it. Okay, got it. There's the beep. I am bridging J500 by hand. Entering power save mode. So we're not, turns off. So we're not getting video signal. It's doing something else. And that's all I have energy for tonight. It is 8:44 p.m. on Saturday night, and I have been doing this since 8:30 a.m. this morning. And every night this week until at least midnight. Or almost midnight. along with my full-time job and my 2 other time jobs, I don't have enough energy to sleep, let alone keep doing this. Alright, it's killing me. That's okay. I'm going to take a breather and get back to this tomorrow. It's my last day of Amiga work, and I had 16 in the pipe. I will see you guys in just a second. Okay, so it's Sunday, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to the moms. You'll hear Mona talking to hers upstairs. Anyway, I did a couple quick beep checks, continuity checks on this 2000 circuit board, and I found the usual suspect. And I started at the last pin first. I also checked 1 through 10, they're good. 64 broke between here and the resistor pack because of the scuzz in that area, because of that bastard. Anyway, I bodged a wire from here to that lower pin on the resistor pack, and we're getting ready to test it. Let's take this ROM output diagram in and see what's going on. Alright, so we have a CPU, Agnes, Gary, and a ROM, and a CPU. Alright, let's see. Oh, much better. Let's go COM4 large font. Let's see what it's even saying. Do I get anything on the old diagram? There we go. So we got the diagram. I want to see what the memory is. Let me turn it off. I gotta get a mouse. Yay! Board lives. Chip mem shadow RAM detected. Go figure. Go figure. 512K, 68,000. Woohoo! Now, something's up because chip and fast, 512, 512. So I got a jumper wrong. There we go, 512. I forgot I moved the Gary jumper. Alright, I got audio, I got video on composite. That's cool. Did I blow the 15 kilohertz out of this Dell too? I doubt it. I doubt it. Okay, so it works on that CPU. On this CPU, let's actually put the real CPU back in it. And try again. Diagram is working. There's the colors, that's good. 512K RAM. 68,000 is working. It's in a little weird mode, so you can hit spacebar and put it in PAL. Well, not on this. Alright, so system info. We have green. We have no stuck keys. Audio test is going to be the Devoom TVU on 3.5. NTSC plays fast, okay? Four, 3, 2, 1. Filter. Filter's working. Sweet. Memory test. Let's just test the chick RAM. Yeah, this one never works. I gotta do extended chip mem test. It's 512. I just want to make sure I got no bad mofos because this thing's got 32 of those bastards, and I hate figuring out which one it is. I stack them, and then I start taking the stacks off. That's the easier way. Or you know what these numbers mean, bit row thing. Not malware byte scan complete, but you know. And Amiga Bill's live. Happy Mother's Day. 55, non-usable 0. That's good. This is still in black and white death because the ECS or the OCS machines did do that. They didn't have the Chroma Luma video encoder and the DAC to make it color. So you were using the A520 video adapter for your televisions and stuff back in the day, which I do not have. It would be nice to have an A520. Maybe I'll have to try and find one on eBay for a decent price. So we're at 479, and we got a boo-boo. So what happened? 512K of memory. But do I have a bad memory? I don't know. So I took diagram out. We're going to try this crappy 204 ROM again, and just hope for the best. If it works, It works. If not, we'll only see something on this screen if it works. Low, high. Holy crap, did we fix it? Remember, black and white. No boot device. Let me put something in here. No, we're at white. We're close. And there we go. Woohoo! 2.0 ROMs. Let me test kit this thing. Does it boot? Oh, the fuse is good. Holy Christmas. 68,060 hertz. Memory. That's not memory. Memory. 1 meg of RAM. Okay, so this is normal. We have 1 meg on board. Half meg a chip. Look how clear that is, though. That's nice and crisp and composite. I need to get a GBS 8220. Well, I mean, it's at 6.2, so the memory's good. It could be, you know, the dead fuel for the caps. The electrolytics are your fuel to protect the anode layer, and it uses that electrolytics up to keep repairing the holes it gets in the anode layer of a capacitor on the anode cathode sheet. It's a whole science thing. But anyway, that's why caps go bad, dry up, blow up. On a plus note, this is an 8, and I think that's good. I'm going to redo the 1 meg mod. That involves debraiding this that I braided. That's J500. Bleep. Finding what I did with my braid, because something fell. Alright. J500 normally has a slice in it, like J102 does, where at NTSC or power you can put a jumper on it. But it's back here. And then you kind of go like this with Gary, and then move this to the left, and then hope you remembered that you did that right. The Gary jumper slows down chip RAM during DMA transfer. So I'm going to pull it off for a second. We're just going to see what we get. If we get 1 meg chip, or if we get screwed up. Oh, you know what? It's not going to do... I need to put the 1 meg Agnes back in. Oh, it's crunching. There we go. Whew. 1 meg Agnes. I'm going to take the fiberglass pen to this and just give it a hello. Oh, talking from here. Nice solid snap. Let's see if it works. Was it the CPU line or was it the Agnes? Got a 1 meg Agnes. Hot dog. What do we got? 1 mega chip. Now, turn this off. This 105 dude right here. This is Gary. You jumper this, it enables slows the chip RAM down during DMA access. Let's turn it on. Sometimes on these Rev4s, it doesn't like that. I don't want to keep having RGB HDMI things. If I can have something that actually works. I gave Mr. Bob my Chinesium box because his broke. So that's not an option. I have a 1084S, which I keep using for repairs, which I'm going to burn out. And I'm not going to be able to use it on my Amiga that it sits on. Yeah, that's my life. But that's okay. I'm here to help you guys. I need to test Zorro. But I need a ROM that has the expansion diagnostics capability. But I want to make sure RGB works first. Okay, how's that? A little better? There we go. Woohoo! Alright, so we're back in action. I don't know why this thing's not displaying on VGA anymore. We're working again. I need to test Zorro. How am I going to test Zorro? I have an Amiga RTG card. Piccolo. That everybody wants. I don't know why. Doesn't work. So I have a 3.2.2 ROM. I'm going to pull out. The only reason I'm using this ROM is so we can do the double mouse button on power up, low, high, double mouse button, pull this out. That way we get the expansion board diagnostic. Is Zorro working? It is. 64K and 2 megs of that video card, that Piccolo RTG video card. Can I plug something into it? I don't have a cable for it. It requires a special cable thing that I'll show you. It has an HD15, but it's got that loop to the loop. So as you can see, another Amiga has been saved. I have to figure out this monitor's VGA signal timing again. Certain guys are not liking it. This is a 4.1, but it has a 4.3 sticker on it. So that means some magic has happened. I have to clean the floppy connector, and I'm going to test the external or the internal floppy as soon as I get one. So that's all I got for now. Another Amiga's been saved. Thank you guys for coming along on this journey. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something.